Good morning. Today's workout, today's date is Thursday the 18th of June and the workout is Deid. You're going to do it for time. 20 alternating Turkish get-ups, so alternating arms. One on your right, one on your left, one on your right, one on your left until you've done 10 on each arm. So start off with 20 of them. If you're a total beginner, then you've got the option of having a set 6 minutes where you either try Turkish get-ups, or if that's just not going to happen, you try some down and ups. Okay, so I'll go over that in a minute. So you'd have 6 minutes and then move into the second part. Okay, but the clock would still start and then just keep running, and that 6 minutes forms part of your overall finish time. So otherwise you'll just start the clock, do your 20 alternating arm Turkish get-ups, and then move straight into 10 down to 1 of deadlifts, press-ups and weighted sit-ups. So 10 deadlifts, 10 press-ups, 10 weighted sit-ups, 9 deadlifts, 9 press-ups, 9 weighted sit-ups, 8, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7. So you'll finish with 1 deadlift, 1 press-up and 1 weighted sit-up for time. So let's start with the Turkish get-ups. So with the Turkish get-ups, I'm literally just going to go through this movement once. If you miss it, if you don't see it properly, just tap the camera down a while. If you don't see it properly, then just rewind it and watch it again, because it's quite an involved movement, so you're going over more than once. So you can use anything you want, you can hold anything you want in your hand. What will I use? Let's use the axe, because you know we do like the axe. You're probably going to hold a dumbbell or a kettlebell or something in your hand, or a water bottle, but an axe is good too. Probably a wee bit heavier than this, preferably. So extend your arm up towards the ceiling. Hold it that way. Extend your arm up towards the ceiling, your arm should stay straight and locked out. If you're holding it in your right arm, place your right foot flat on the floor. That's going to help you roll up onto your opposite elbow. Okay, so right foot's on flat on the floor, you're on your elbow, you can come up onto your hand, okay? From there, you're going to push your hips up to the ceiling to create a bridge, to allow that leg to come through into a lunge position. Okay, so that tends to be the bit that people miss out. They find this bit difficult. Get your hips up nice and high. Watch that you've not got your right foot too close to your body. Okay, so you've got space to bring your left foot through, and then upright yourself all the time. This arm stays straight and pushed straight up. You then can stand up, okay? Now the movement isn't over until you get back down onto the floor. So you step back down into your lunge, reach for the floor, so you're just reversing the whole thing until you're lying back down on the floor without getting an axe in your face. Right, so that's your Turkish get-ups. Switch arms each time. If you're a total beginner, then I suggest you give it a go. If getting up and down off the floor is just a non-starter, then I want you to try some down and ups, which yes is still getting up and down off the floor, but you've got 6 minutes. I'm going to give you a few options. So a down and up is chest to the floor, back on your feet and stand, okay? Now, if you're really, really struggling with that, do it near to something that you can put your hand onto. Okay, get yourself down. Okay, and then you're going to get yourself back up. Okay, you can roll onto your back, pull yourself up with something, but the act of getting up and down off the floor is really important, okay? If you were to fall over, can you get back up? So that's the first part, Turkish get-ups. Then we're going to move on to the 10 down to 1 of deadlifts, press-ups and weighted sit-ups. So with deadlifts you can absolutely use a bar. Just a wee quick heads up with a bar. Ooh. Don't have one hand, it's fine. Make sure that you stand with your feet about hip width apart and your hands just hung down by your sides. Okay, so it's really common for people to be kind of too wide with their feet, then their hands go too wide, and it puts them in a less than optimal position. Okay, so stand with your feet hip width apart, which is probably a bit narrower than you first think it should be. Your hands should be hanging just straight down by your sides, holding onto your bar. and that would be your deadlift movement. When you're using dumbbells and stuff, that can change up a bit. You might have to go a wee bit wider with your feet just to accommodate the dumbbell. Okay, so the dumbbell is going to come onto the ground just between your toes. Make sure the whole of your foot stays on the ground. Grip your ground, it's your ground, grip your ground with your toes. Keep your arms straight and stand. You don't need to bend your arms at all during the movement. Push your butt back. Let your knees bend slightly until the weight touches the ground. Drive your feet into the ground and stand. So as you go down, bum goes back. Okay, so it's mostly at the hips and then only a slight bend at the knees, mostly here. If you've got two lighter weights and they're going to be going down by your side, okay, you might have to bend your knees a little bit more in order to get the weights to touch the ground, okay? It depends a lot on like your limb lengths. So if you've got two weights, same idea though, okay, down until the weights touch the ground and stand. You're always looking for your back to stay flat. Right, so 10 deadlifts, 10 press ups. So when you're doing your press ups, you've got a few choices. First up, I want your hands to be shoulder width apart, okay? So this is a common, I won't necessarily say fault because there are variations in press ups. So hands shoulder width apart, okay, fingers facing forward. You're going to keep your hands tracking, well, you're going to keep your hands where they are, you're going to keep your elbows tracking in next to your body, okay, and your hands should come down to about here when you come to the ground, okay. So, I'm not giving myself much space today. Start in your plank position, all the way down until your chest touches the floor. Press all the way back until your arms are straight. Okay, so, oh sorry, these are hand release press ups. Before somebody points it out to me, always forget. Okay, so you'll go all the way down, a little release of your hands off the ground, and then press all the way back up until your arms are straight. Some people find them easier, some people find them more difficult. If you're really struggling with your press ups, then absolutely use your knees. But when you're doing your press ups on your knees, try and keep your body straight from here to here, okay? So you're trying to avoid sticking your butt out, yeah. I was going to say unless you really have to. You're trying to avoid it. So if you're doing these on your knees, you've got a few options. Start on your knees, go to the floor, do your hand release, push your knees down, up onto your knees, back to your feet, or knees down, down, hands, knees, up, or just stay on your knees the whole time and never go to your hands and toes. You're trying to find the version that's most suitable for you at the level that you're at the moment. Okay, so if you are a total beginner, then it might be most appropriate for you to do them with your hands elevated, in which case they're not hand release obviously. Pick a surface, touch your chest off the surface, press back up. Again, try not to leave your butt sticking out. And then with the weighted sit-ups, you're going to sit, legs straight out in front of you. Okay, hold the weight up, just trying to check I'm not going to bash my head off anything. Hold the weight up above your head, lower yourself down, the weight should now be above your face, sit back up, the weight's above your head, above your face, above your head, and so on. Pick your weight depending on how difficult you want this to be. What did I give? I think total beginners I gave you leg leftovers. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure I did. So for leg leftovers, you're going to sit something on the ground. Could just be a cushion. Could just be a cushion or a little bag or something. And you're going to lift both your feet up and over. So that'd be 1, 2. So that's it. Fairly time consuming to explain because of silly Turkish get-ups. Nope. Brain's going slow this morning. Feel quite good as well. I think it's just really warm. It's really warm. Anyway, love you. Bye.